maybe generate anything? Because I think a lot of the people who are interested in this issue are aware that this committee is coming together. And it's autonomous from us, and it's nothing to do with the city government, which would provide even some credibility, for lack of a better term, to what they're doing and the questions you're asking. So I think that's actually a good outlet, Commissioner. You were talking about how to reach out. But we'll go ahead and generate. We've got the numbers. We'll start to put some of that out there. But I just want everybody to please, we're not anti-pool. We're not trying to do anything to the pool. We're trying to figure out solutions, honestly. We hear that people want to use it. The ducks use it, for God's sake. You know, I see them over there. Aggravates the hell out of me. But, you know, we'll work together and we'll come up with a solution. But don't think for a minute this pool is magically overnight going to start paying for itself or making money. Don't think that the beach is now magically curing our ills as a city. I use the example, it's kind of like buying one of those new Cadillac STS cars that you lease. Everybody loves them, they're beautiful. You park it out in front of your house at the curb where you've got code violations, you're in foreclosure, you're in a divorce, your mother-in-law's moving in. Okay, that Cadillac STS is our beach. We haven't fixed what's behind the car, you know, at the curb. And it has the appearance of success. It's a very successful project. We're very proud of it. But we need to not, by default, all of a sudden assume that everything else is healthy and normal in the city because we've got that. Or that it's somehow magically curing everything for us. You know, when we talk about it. So, I'm not anti-beach. I love the beach. I celebrate the beach. It is a jewel. We will make this work. We're going to need some time over the next 3 years or so to make this business. And if you're opening a new business, you know, it normally takes 3 years or so before you make a return. We will make money on the beach eventually. We will.
We will.
We won't right now.
Commissioner Zerdy?
Thank you.
I'd like to move quickly after this. After you.
We did talk a bit about the pool a couple different ways, but I think when you look at the circumstances here that got inherited, and you had a $6 million budget for the casino building, which was basically a ground floor, and half of that ground floor was the second floor ballroom. And how do you go from there and add another restaurant, which by the way is empty? Okay, that second floor restaurant, it's the fourth piece. Originally, it was to be remodeled for $6 million. How do you add 1/3 more to a project and not incur 1/3 more in expenses? I don't know. So that's something to figure out, all right? Like I said, we're going to figure that out. There's evidently some passion out there for the pool. Folks that are getting together in this group, I think it's wonderful. If there's enough people, you're going to find out with the numbers, see how you can make the numbers work, get it closer to being less of a strain, and that we can handle this. So your smart folks are out there, that's what makes our city great. And I think, you know, when Mr. Dorsey came up here and talked about that, we love that pool.
November, I was here, they promised that.
But I'm just trying to make a point from your reaction here, that you group of people will know the numbers and see what we can get for those folks that are that passionate to help this pool come along. And I think we'll find some kind of a solution in our own at least. I'd like to understand maybe why we do have what might be some way of comparing our price. I don't know if that metric is the price per officer in the sheriff's office or not, but somehow we can look and see maybe.
I think you can address that a little bit.
Okay.
I was going to do my comments, but if you want, I'll just do it now. I've negotiated a contract with the sheriff's office before for other municipalities, and a couple months ago, I requested the sheriff send us a copy of every contract with every city to do exactly that kind of cost comparison. I am familiar with that spread. I've argued that spread with the sheriff in the past for other cities. We intend to have that discussion again. It's all negotiation, and the sheriff has lots of reasons as to why South Bay, for example, pays a lot less than every other community, and it's primarily because they're being subsidized. South Bay can't afford it. I mean, it would consume more than their entire budget. So to them, it's a public safety issue. They have to provide that service for South Bay. I use South Bay example too, but it doesn't really get you very far. So we are looking at that. We are looking at sitting down. Steve and I have already started talking about this summer, meeting with the sheriff and trying to negotiate, a fair contract.
influencing the website that you mentioned. We've all been taking a look at it. It's going to be really, really good. I think you all are going to really like it, and I think staff and all, Laura's has done a lot of hard work on it. I'm really excited. I think some of the information that you want that's going to be easy to get to will be up there. But I also wanted to thank, there's a lot of people that are pretty new out here today. I mean, I haven't seen in a while, so I wanted to also thank everybody for coming tonight. Thanks, Mayor.
And just in reference to the pool, like I said, when you looked at the brand new casino building when it went up, right, everybody took the drive up there, if you haven't done so already, but most people drove up when the building was completed, right, or rode their bicycle past it and they looked at that building.
We walked. My students walked, and we did Snook Island, all my middle school students, so it's incredible.
Well, thanks. So anyway, people walk by this building and you see this glorious new building, and then there's this pool. An old, decrepit exterior with the pool behind